Footage from September 2022 has been released. Ukrainian BMPs aimed to launch an attack, but came under an unexpected counterattack. The armored vehicles and soldiers quickly retreated. The drivers of the armored vehicle fell into a ditch while reversing, and the vehicle rolled over. Taking advantage of the situation, Russian drone operators immediately attacked and destroyed the armored vehicle in the ditch. The crew tried to escape by crawling away.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
The Russian fiber-optic drone is highly skilled at setting up ambushes. The Russian fiber-optic drone operator set up an ambush on the side of the road, and at that moment, a Ukrainian pickup truck sped past the drone. The two Ukrainian soldiers in the back of the truck attempted to shoot down the drone with light weapons, but failed, and the drone crashed hard into the vehicle. A chase between a Russian drone and Ukrainian soldiers. The Russian drone operator prepares his drone for reconnaissance. He securely straps the ammunition to the drone, checks the propellers, and begins takeoff. During reconnaissance, the operator encounters Ukrainian soldiers, and the incident occurs. Russian Garan UAVs attacked targets one after another near Borispil tonight. Violent explosions occurred. I will provide details on further developments later.
Ого, це дальше десь. Удар.
A Ukrainian infantryman was being pursued by a Russian FPV drone while riding a four-wheeled ATV alone. The soldier managed to jump off the motorcycle at the last moment. The Russian FAB-500 aerial bomb, in conjunction with the UMPK system, is striking Ukrainian armed forces positions flawlessly from one of the directions in the Joint Forces Operation Zone. Drone operators' paratroopers destroyed the enemy's UAV control center with a precision strike. After a powerful explosion, little remained. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Other shelters and ammunition depots belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in nearby areas were also destroyed during the attacks. Dnipropetrovsk region. An airstrike by a Su-34 crew with a FAB-3000 guided warhead bomb on the bridge over the Solinaya River in Novopavlivka. The enemy's supply route problems appear to be increasing. Another important logistics route for Ukraine has been destroyed. A soldier from the Ukrainian armed forces attempted to escape from a Russian FPV UAV, but the UAV operator from the 98th Guards Airborne Brigade caught him anyway. The Orlan-10 UAV crew assisted in the destruction of a Ukrainian armed forces deployment point on the right bank of the Dnieper River. This was reported by the senior operator of the crew, whose call sign is Voron. Footage of the aerial battle between Russian drone operators and Ukrainian operators. Drones are shooting down other drones in the air, sometimes using nets, sometimes using weapons, sometimes using a stick. The Garand-2 UAV struck the temporary deployment point of the Ukrainian Armed Forces 156th Brigade near the village of Zelenaya Dubrava in the Sumy region. The Russian Ministry of Defense released footage from Green Valley in the Donetsk People's Republic. Following the liberation of the settlement, it is reported that Western forces are advancing, pushing back the Ukrainian armed forces. Today, a targeted attack was carried out on the regional building on Zenkovetskaya Street. Footage of the attack began circulating on Ukrainian social media. The assault battalion of the 98th Guards Airborne Brigade destroyed a 120mm mortar firing position belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in the direction of Konstantinovsky. They also destroyed the crew's deployment area. A monster Russian tank, straight out of a horror movie, was sent to break through the front line and withstood an attack by 60 Ukrainian Armed Forces UAVs. Here are the details. Yesterday, the Russian army sent equipment to the front line in the Toretsk-Konstantinovsky direction in the Delivka region, led by a vehicle described by the media as a monster tank straight out of a horror movie. According to Ukrainian sources, the Ukrainian armed forces launched 60 attack drones at this heavily armored vehicle, but failed to destroy it, and the tank only became immobilized after hitting a mine. On the roof of the Russian T-92B3M tank, FPV drones belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces are visible, attached to loose metal cables. Three Ukrainian soldiers entering a shelter in the direction of Kupiansk were detected by Russian reconnaissance UAVs. Their coordinates were calculated precisely and transmitted to attack drones. Shortly thereafter, the attack drones took action and destroyed the shelter. A fiber optic drone attack hits a pickup truck belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in the direction of Novoselovsky. A K-52 attack helicopter based on a light aircraft intercepts a Ukrainian UAV. A few shots from the cannon, a few hits, and the UAV explodes spectacularly. The images belong to the Ukrainian armed forces. The commander of one of the Ukrainian units was so upset that his subordinates had not yet taken up their positions that he had to shout and kick them to get them there. According to the details of the news, the number of people willing to serve in the Ukrainian army is decreasing every day. A 120mm mortar belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces was destroyed near the village of Seversk by UAV operators belonging to the South Group. The mortar crew fled and was later destroyed in a forest plantation. Soldiers from the 56th Guards Airborne Regiment recounted how they liberated the village of Besilovka in the Sumy region. Extensive preparations were made prior to the attack. Crimean paratroopers used unmanned aerial vehicles to expose the entire defense system of the Ukrainian armed forces, identify fortifications, locate firing points, and launch operations. The assault groups managed to approach the village undetected at dawn. With a swift move, they overran enemy positions, neutralized all personnel, captured the village, and secured the southern borders. The Ukrainians attempted a counterattack with drones and artillery support, but the paratroopers repelled all attacks. The liberation of Besilovka enabled the Sever Group to expand the buffer zone in the Sumy region westward, thereby weakening enemy pressure on Tetkino in the Kursk region. From here, it is possible to advance southward toward the city of Belopolye, a key logistics hub for the Ukrainian armed forces with a population of 6,000. Images of Special Forces guards belonging to the 14th Brigade of the Vostok military group. These soldiers carry out the difficult task of destroying enemy manpower and technical resources on the border of the Dnipropetrovsk region every day. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. A reconnaissance unit from the Yuzhnaya Air Defense Unit in the direction of Seversk detected an enemy FPV UAV and shot it down with accurate fire from light weapons. The military recruitment office in Odessa was destroyed by a Russian drone attack.
Гандон, блядь. Вот он, сверху еще один, смотри. Пидораст. Смотри. Военкомата.
Уже никто и не сбивает.
А куда их сбивать надо, блядь? Смотри, сука.
Там же рядом жилые дома.
Смотри. 6 уже, блядь. Или сколько? 5, блядь, да? Смотри. Бля, смотри, какие у них боеголовки спереди, блядь. Что тут дали, смотри. Ебануть. Ёб твою мать. Там не в дома попал, там дома эти рядом.
A Russian FPV drone struck a pickup truck carrying 4 people in this manner. Eight FPV UAV operators attached to the 33rd Motorized Rifle Regiment of the 20th Motorized Rifle Division of the 8th Guards Combined Arms Army used kamikaze UAVs to destroy Ukrainian armed forces PVDs, positions, and personnel in the Yablonovka region. Precision strikes eliminated the enemy's ability to defend itself and rotate its units in the near future. Eight, the work of the Guard Combined Arms Army detected a PVD consisting of Ukrainian forces personnel in the Alexandro-Kalinovo region. The FPV UAV unit of the 20th Motorized Infantry Division carried out a precision strike, completely destroying the target. Footage from Kupiansk shows the destruction of a Ukrainian armed forces pickup truck equipped with various electronic warfare devices. The destruction of a rare 2S7 Pion self-propelled gun and HMMWV armored vehicle belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in the Krasnolimanska direction by fiber-optic UAV operators attached to the 144th Motorized Rifle Division. The epic destruction of a Ukrainian radar station in the Chernigiv region. Garin observed the ST-68-36D6 radar station near the village of Borzna. UAVs hit the target accurately, leaving no chance for escape. Footage from combat operations by Russian FPV UAV operators. They destroyed Ukraine's ground robotic vehicles. Then they destroyed 2 motorcycles in the same direction. Air reconnaissance identified the enemy's shelter, and then drone operators sent an FPV loaded with powerful explosives to the location. Result: the building was completely destroyed. Donetsk direction. In the Donetsk direction, scouts from the Yuzhnaya group detected and destroyed an enemy Browning machine gun position with a precision FPV strike. Russian Garan attack UAVs struck the deployment areas and UAV control centers of the 82nd Airborne Brigade and 36th Marine Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the Raiskoye and Dolgaya Balka settlements in the Konstantinovsky direction of the DHC. Destruction of an enemy observation point in the Zaporizhia region by Airborne Forces UAV operators. Don't forget to join our Telegram group.